Welcome to the Sweet Pea Patch. We're gonna spend some time out here harvesting our sweet peas, deadheading, corralling them, and I want to invite you into the piece of getting to just work in the garden. So that's what we're going to do for the first part of this video. But if you're growing sweet peas and you want some really good tips on how to get yours to bloom and go nuts, stick around, because at the end I will tell you all about how we get ours to grow so tall that I need a ladder, and how we keep them blooming all summer long. So let's go work in the garden. Sweet peas are so amazing. If you plant them in a spot where they get morning sun and afternoon shade, especially here in the Pacific Northwest, which is where we live, we start ours from seed inside the end of February. So they grow under grow lights, and then the end of March, we plant them out here. And I'll put the link below. You can actually watch the video of how we put this space together, which was brand new this year. So it's 2025 and we just put it in this year. All of this growth that you see here is just from this year. So we plant the seeds inside in February. They grow under grow lights. Then they get moved outside, hardened off. We plant them outside the end of March, and they love to grow when it's cool outside. They will bloom all summer long if you give them a dose of cool, like no sun scorching them all afternoon into the evening. So this side over here that I'm just starting to deadhead, that side gets more shade than these two over here. And so this panel right here is actually not as lush, and it's not producing as many flowers because it is getting like quite a bit of hot sun in the afternoon. Now the other thing that you can do to help them is to plant plants along the front where it shades their feet or their roots. If you can help their roots to stay cool, you can kind of trick them into thinking that the rest of the plant is cool as well. So we have both of those things going on here. They're shaded the bulk of the afternoon, plus we have all sorts of goodness planted in front of them. We have a couple different kinds of feverfew, yarrow, nasturtium. All of that is spilling out. That's what's spilling out of these beds. So one of the things that you can do though, once your sweet peas start to grow up the trellis or the grate or whatever it is that you're growing them on, which you need to make sure they have something to grow on, otherwise they turn into this big mass bush, and you won't get long stems. You'll get like these really wonky, weird stems, which is happening to some of these because the tops are getting so tall that they're starting to like flop over. And so that's one of the things I'm doing, is I am putting the twine up around the top to like give it some more support so that it will stay up against the trellis, because it's just getting so lush and big up there. It's starting to like get pushed forward. So you want to make sure they have something to grow on. You want to make sure that they have a little bit of afternoon shade. And then as soon as they start blooming, cut the blooms. Now, the more sun that they get, so as we get deeper into the summer, the stalks, the stems get shorter, but let me find a good one from, these are all a little bit spent. These are all pretty short because they were up on the top where they were getting quite a bit of sun. But the more shade that they get, the longer the stems get. So when you are able, well, I might have to go find one up there. When you're able to give them just a little bit of shade, the stems will stretch out because it's like they're reaching for the sun. They want to reach for the sun, but they still love that shade. So you give them that shade and let them reach for the sun, and you'll get these really long, beautiful, long stems. Now, here's the thing. A friend told me that she went out and she cut her sweet peas, and they're all very like kind of a bright pink color, and they don't smell. Well, if you are getting true sweet pea seeds, not the wild ones that here in our area they grow along the sides of the road, it's really beautiful, but the wild ones don't have a scent. The true sweet peas, the like English sweet pea, which look at that, isn't that just, I mean, can you even believe that's a flower? It's so dainty. They smell, oh my goodness, they smell so good. And so this whole area over here, it's like you can hear the birds. You just take a big deep breath. Can you smell it? It smells so sweet. I wish that I could give you smell-o-vision, because honestly, it smells so sweet. But as soon as your sweet peas start to bloom, you want to cut those blooms. I know it's really hard to go out and like cut everything out of the garden. So what we do is a couple times a week, we just come out and we cut ourselves a bouquet to bring inside. I love having it by my bed because it smells so good. And then about once a week, we come out and we do like just clean it off, meaning anything that looks tired, Okay, like this one right here is starting to get kind of wilty, tired looking, which it might be a little hard to tell in the video, but these are such beautiful colors. Then they also start producing this seed pod, which this is a very, very small one. Then they start getting bigger. Then we get these bigger seed pods. Right now, in the midst of summertime, we don't want it producing any seed pods. The minute that your sweet peas go to seed, they stop producing flowers, because now the plant is thinking, I've done exactly what I need to do. I've gotten to the seed stage, and that's their whole goal. The plant grows to produce the seeds because it wants to reproduce itself. So when we cut off these flowers, we're telling the plant, nope, you're not done yet. You need to keep producing flowers. When you let it go to seed, it's gonna slow way down on flower production, and you'll be like, oh my goodness, why am I not getting very many flowers? I bet you have a bunch of seed pods on there. Now, the last thing, before I go do some more deadheading, every once in a while, I'm trying to see if I can find one in here. Well, this one's close. Every once in a while, you'll get one of these growing. It grows up like it's going to have a flower, and there's no flower on the top. I don't know exactly why they do it, but you don't want these on your plant. This confuses it as well, so cut those off. If you see any straight stalks that have no blooms on it, get those off as well, and make sure that it's getting ample water. If you start to see it looking crispy dry at all, you need to make sure that you're giving it much more water. So it likes the cool of the afternoon. It likes its feet to be cool. Plant some fun stuff in front of it, like feverfew or nasturtiums, or I'm trying to think of some of the other things that would work well, because they need to be things that can handle a little bit of shade. So those are my favorites to have over here, is feverfew and nasturtium. That's what we have all along here. And so shade, cool feet, make sure it has ample water, harvest those blooms, give it something to grow up, and you're gonna have the most beautiful sweet pea patch. And I know it's hard to see. Oh, you can kind of see it now because I've cleaned up some of that. The veggie beds, the veggie garden beds is what we put in here, and I'm gonna put the link to them below. If you need garden beds, they're amazing because they do not rust. They don't break down and fall apart like wood. They're super light and easy to put together. And so there's the link below if you want to get those. And did you see when I was corralling and cleaning up this, I don't know if you could see it, but a hummingbird had come over and it was just buzzing around looking at me, trying to figure out, what is that large thing doing in my sweet pea patch? So I'm gonna keep cleaning this up. You're welcome to join me in the garden. And if you hear any thumps in the background, it's our apple tree. It is ripe right now. We have a very early apple tree, one of the few in our orchard, and it's dropping apples right now. So if you hear a big thump, it's the apples. Have fun in your sweet pea patch. I hope that you can smell these. Go find some true English sweet peas and just take the biggest whiff of it. I swear, it like fills your heart with joy. One of the other things I have growing here is Dusty Miller. It's such a great thing to have here in the shade. It's this really beautiful kind of silvery foliage right here. It's so lovely. Also pansies and violas. See, I just needed to walk over here and look again at what we had planted. But the violas are amazing. They're perennial. Dusty Miller is a perennial. Feverfew is a perennial. They will come back bigger and better every year. Look at this long stem. That is the beauty of growing it in some afternoon shade. It gets so long. They smell so good. Have a great time in the garden.